Hello everybody, I am Dr. Dhakir. I hope that all of you are well and in good health, and I hope we will meet you again in the very near future. We will start our lectures about the medical terminology. In these lectures, we are going to make it actually very easy and simple and interesting to know the basic principles of the terminology which is used in medicine. And to start with, we need to know what's medical terminology. Actually, this is the language of the health profession. In medicine, we use certain terminology which is different from the terms which is used in the common language in the daily use of the English language. The origin of medical terms, the 70% of medical terms are based on either Greek or Latin words. What's the difference between Greek and Latin? Just for your knowledge, we have the Greek, which represent the eastern part of the Romanian Empire, and the Latin language, which is used by the western part. Anyway, what I want you to know that most of our medical terms derived from the Greek or the Latin languages. We have what is called word root. The root of the word or the term which we use, this make the basic part of the term, and the root is the foundation or the basic meaning of a medical term. Usually it indicates a body part. So, for example, the heart in the Latin word is we use the cardi, the term cardi. So in our medical terminology, we use cardi. Hepat, it means liver. Neur, it means nerve. Nephr, it means kidney. Sight, it means cell. We have what is called a prefix. What's a prefix? Prefix is actually used at the beginning of a medical term. It's not the root. We put before the root a prefix or certain letters, and this usually describes or modify or limit the term which we use. For example, when we put the term or the prefix indo, it means within. So when we say, for example, endocardium, it means inside the heart, the layer which is inside the heart. Peri, it means around or surrounding. So pericardium, it is the layer which is covering the heart from outside. So peri, it means around. Okay, pro, it means before. For example, when we say we want to do a study or a research, we say we are going to do a prospective study. Prospective study, it means we put the plan, we put the parameters that we want to study before we start. So we say prospective. While retrospective, for example, it means that our collection of data, we do it after the event has happened, after we have treated, for example, disease. Then we go and collect the data. So this is, we call it retrospective study. Mega, it means large. So when we say, for example, megacolon, it means large colon. So mega is a prefix. When we add it to a term, it will change its meaning or modify its meaning. It make it big or large. Also, we have the prefix dis. Dis, dys, it means abnormal, it means painful, it means difficult. Okay, so when we add this to a term, for example, the term rhythmia, When we put this, we say dysrhythmia. Dysrhythmia, it means abnormal rhythm in the heart, involving the heart, the rate or the heart rate or regularity of the heart rate. So this will change the meaning, or sometimes it means painful, or sometimes it means difficult. For example, dysphagia, it means difficult swallowing. Okay. Suffix. The suffix means the word that is used, or we put it after the term. So a suffix is the word ending that follows the word root and changes its meaning. Often it indicates the procedure, condition, disorder, or disease. For example, the suffix itis, itis, when we add this suffix to a term, it will give the impression that this part of the body got inflamed. Okay, so for example, hepatitis, it means inflammation of the liver. Logy, it means the study. If we say biology, when we add this suffix, it means the study of life. Ectomy, ectomy, it means surgical removal. When we add this suffix to, for example, to the stomach, we will say stomach in Latin word is gastr. So gastrectomy means surgical removal of the stomach. And we have the suffix scopy. Scopy, it means the process of visually examining that part. For example, when we say gastroscopy, it means visually examining the stomach. We have what we call it combining forms. What we mean by combining forms? Combining form consists of the word root and a connecting vowel to make it easier to pronounce and attach another word root or suffix. What does that mean? We have a root, and then we need to put the suffix at the end of this root. It is not always easy to pronounce when we put the suffix without using an intervening vowel between the root and the suffix. So we will see that in the following example. Cardi, it means heart. When we want to add gram to cardio, we can't say cardiogram. No, we have to add o. So we have cardiogram. We should add this vowel letter to make it easy to pronounce. We say cardiogram. We will see another examples, and for example, we have nerve. Nerve in Latin word is neur. So when we want to say neurology, for example, when we need to add ogy, we will add here. We will add o. So we will say neurology. Before adding logy, which means study, we need to add the letter O. It will become a neurology. The basic rules for the connecting vowel. What are the main rules that we decide whether to put a vowel or not? The connecting vowel is not used when the suffix begins with a vowel. Sometimes the suffix itself starts with a vowel, like the I here, itis, which means inflammation. This is a suffix and this is the root. So in neuritis, we don't say neuroitis. We don't need to put a vowel or o here because the suffix itself starts with a vowel, I. This is not consonant. This is a vowel. So we don't need to put O here. The combining vowel is used when the suffix begins with a consonant, just like the neurology, for example. In neurology, here we have to put O because this is a consonant. L, we need to put O. We can't say in neurology. We have to put O here. So in summary, we have word roots, usually derived from Greek or Latin, frequently indicates a body part. Most medical terms have one or more word roots. Examples of word roots: Greek word, and we have the word root, which we use it in our medical terminology. Cardia, which means heart, we use the term cardi, the root cardi. Gaster, gastr, which means stomach. Hepa, hepat. Nephros, which means kidney, nephr. We use nephr and then we add a suffix or a prefix according to the meaning that we want to tell. Osteon, which means bone, we use the root osti. Combining form is a word root plus a vowel, usually an O, as we have said just before 2 slides. Usually indicates a body part. We will take examples. Cardi, we have to add O, okay? If we want to add a suffix, unless the suffix starts with a vowel, as we have said. Gastr, we add O. Hepat, we add O. Nephr, we add O. And osteo, also we add O. Osteo, it means bone. Nephr means kidney. Hepat, liver. Gastr, stomach. And cardi, heart. Okay. Suffix. This is the word endings, and suffix usually indicates a procedure, condition, disease, or part of speech, and usually derived from Greek or Latin. Examples of suffix. We have arthr, which means joint. Centesis, it means puncture. So when we want to say puncture of a joint, we say arthrocentesis. We have to add O here because C is a consonant, and we have to add a vowel here to make it easy to pronounce. So the pronunciation here becomes easy, arthrocentesis. Thorax, when we say chest, thorax is a chest, tummy is incision. When we want to say incision of the chest, we use the term thoracotomy. When a thoracic surgeon want to make a procedure or an operation called thoracotomy, here this comes from thorax with tummy, but we have to add O again because T is a consonant. Gastromegaly, stomach. Gastr means stomach, megaly means enlargement, just like mega. Okay. And we have the term becomes gastromegaly. So gastromegaly, but we have to put O here because is a consonant. Prefixes, as we have said, these are the word element located at the beginning of the word, changes the meaning of the word, usually indicates a number, time, position, direction, color, or sense of negation. Examples of prefix, we have A. A is a prefix. When we add it to a root, it will negate its effect. So A, it means without, must it means a breast, and Ia is the condition or the clinical situation or the state of that organ. So when we say amastia, it means without breast, okay, absence of the breast. Hyper, it means excessive. Therm, it means heat. And as we said, yeah is the condition. So hypothermia, it means a state of excessive heat, a condition where the heat is getting high. Hypothermia. And we have the intra. Again, this is a prefix which means in. So intramuscular, which means muscle, and AR, it means something which is related to that organ or part of the body. So intramuscular, we say intramuscular, but the term is muscle, which means the part of the musculoskeletal system. And here, when we add AR, the C here should be pronounced as K. So we say muscular. Thank you very much, and we will continue in the coming lecture. Thank you and goodbye.